premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, I'm going to move into some short-term stuff here to take the pressure off myself. Folks, I don't know whether I'm right or not. All I know is it doesn't work until it starts down. And I have to show you some things here that, well, let's get to where the real problem lies, in my opinion. I have been in this business for 62 years. I cut my teeth on with some of the greatest mentors of all time. Work for some of the greatest people of all time. But one thing about the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, folks, it's an auction market, okay? And as you see, I want to just show you right here. Now, this is the gold market. Now, when you have open interest dropping, okay, and volume dropping and open interest coming down, there's a formula that has been around for 100 years. This is it right here. Take a copy of it. I'm going to bring it. This is an auction market, okay? When you have rising prices and rising open interest, the market is strong, S-T-R-O-N-G, okay? If you have rising prices and falling interest rate, open interest, the market is weakening, okay? If you have falling prices and rising open interest, the market is weakening. And if you have falling and falling prices, the market is strengthening. We have rising prices, falling open interest, in the gold, the S&P, the NASDAQ, everything. I don't know what it means. All I know is I'm bringing you that information. So when you look at it, here it is with the E-mini. Look, yesterday, the 24th. Look at this. Volume is what? A third of what it was way back here. And look at the open interest falling off a cliff. That's not bullish. That's short covering, okay? At least it used to be. Probably isn't anymore. Take a look here. There it is. That's the same thing. I had the same chart up. I'm sorry. And the other one was the NASDAQ. I wanted to show you the NASDAQ. Look at this. NASDAQ open interest falling off a cliff. So look at this. You have falling prices, okay, and falling volume. So if you go back to the little formula that we were just looking at, and falling prices and falling open interest, excuse me, you have rising prices and falling open interest, the market is weakening. So as you have rising prices, but falling open interest, the market is weakening, and it is weakening, okay? So that's my opinion of it. We're having another big day of the rally. Today's high in the NASDAQ, I want to get this up here and show it to you. This completes the ABCD from back here. Okay, we're into the 11th day of the rally now, so if we get much above here, it's probably going to continue, going higher. But this is the zone, what you want to be watching. What we're waiting for, folks, is we're waiting to see the market close lower. Why do I say that? I have to go over this because this is what's important. Here, this was done by somebody a long time ago. Let's just do it because it shows you where you are. You took out the previous month low, and then you rallied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. Okay, now we're in the 9th day today. This has been the greatest bull market of all time, so it's going to do whatever the hell it wants to do. We're not even close to the 61% retracement, folks. That's a lot higher. But we might get there. Maybe that's what it's waiting for. So let's just take a look and get back up here and look at the old stop and P here for a second and see where we are on the old chart here for the stop and P. Let me get it up here. I got it here somewhere. Here it is right now. So here's where we are. There's where we are. We should be bouncing up a little bit right now. Now we're going to go to the daily chart, because there's a chance that we might make this 61% retracement, because that's what happened in 1929. It took out this low and then rallied all the way up to 61, which would up. That's 150 points higher, folks. It could easily do it. Look at this. You could easily do it. There's your A, B, C, D leg right here. Well, you're getting close to this big target right here at 58.61, but you could get there without any trouble at all. Shut the front door. Without any trouble at all. Now, let's look at the Russell. The Russell is still the weakest dog in the house. Okay, now we haven't taken out yesterday's high yet in the Russell. It's still setting at the 382. We've been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days, and we haven't had, is that now? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 9th day, and we've just haven't taken out the previous day's high here, but we're not very far away. So that's been the weakest of the group. The second and weakest, of course, is the Dow Jones, but we're still in that zone here where we have to pay very, very close attention to some of these things we're watching. Since we're looking at the Dow Jones here, let's get up here and I'll show you this today. This is just intraday trading, but let's go to the hourly chart. You'll be able to see it a little bit clearer. I was looking for potential to get up into here, 43490, which on the long-term daily is setting right at the 50% level. Oh my gosh, we did hit the 50%. Sorry about that. What did I do wrong there? Yeah, I got to the 50% level, but that hasn't done much. Now, this is also, we're into the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th, 8th day. Now, remember, this is the 9th day. So I don't know if it's going to work or not. All I said was, in that whole report was, when you close lower on this day, whatever day it is, today, tomorrow, the next day, that's your signal to get short with your stop above the high. Okay? Now, all I'm doing is I'm following the pattern that occurred. Remember, this may not work, but let's get this up here so we can see it from a bear, just so you can see the numbers real easy. There you are. See, here's where I think we are. We're coming into this zone right here. All right, now we have that Bradley date turning, which is supposed to be the 23rd. This is the 25th. That thing could be off by 5-6 days. The key to this is, my opinion, is what's going to be happening on Friday when we have that lunar eclipse. Try it again, Larry. Solar eclipse. We have Mr. Winsky coming on today. He asked to be called to the port because he said he has some important stuff. Folks, I've known Norman a long time. When he says something's important, pay flat out attention to him. So we could be into this whole zone right up in here with this type of rally. What you're waiting for is that first close down. See, that's going to be your risk control factor. Because if you sell it there, okay, your stop's going to go above that high. You're going to risk very little. I tried to pick a top in here the other day. It looked like it was pretty good. I got stopped out at break even. Tried a little bit more today, broke even on that one. But I'm still waiting. The real key from a longer term perspective, when you see a day like this, if we ever get one, a really big down day, then it's going to do this. Other than that, it probably isn't. So that's my 2 cents worth. As far as the gold, I still think we're up in the topping zone in gold. It's just jumping around a little bit back and forth. I showed you that Gartley that was there this morning. So not too much is happening with that one. So how are we doing with the time here? Better check out. We're already into the break. We'll be right back.
This year has already been a wild ride for the market. We started off heavily in the red, traversed back to all-time highs, and we now have a trade war looming. Trying to play this chop as an individual trader leads to death by 1,000 cuts. Where does this market go next? Should I add to this position or cut my losses? Where is the next opportunity? Tariffs, trade wars, analysis paralysis. Don't become a victim of this intense market. Instead, join Larry Pesavento for the second and fourth Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading. Larry has been through many markets just like this one, and the insight he provides is invaluable. The dates for this month are March 14th and 28th, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern Time. Get in here and let's start trading. TFNN. educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, I hope I was clear about that open interest thing. If you, I posted it that, and I say I'm going to send it out to everyone. If you want a copy of that, not easy to find, by the way, you can email me at larry@tradingtutor.com, and I'll send one out to you, and you'll be able to see what we're watching here as we go through this. But I am still sticking to my prediction that we've got something really ominous ahead of us, folks. When I look at see all these stocks and where they are, it's really scary. When you stop and think, folks, this was given to us by Jeff Hughes. The 7 mega stocks are worth $16 trillion. Those 7 stocks are worth more than all the other stock exchange in the world. Did you hear what I just said? 7 stocks are worth more than all the other stock exchanges in the world combined. Shut the front door and raise the rent. I don't know what that means, but it can't be good. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm just still super bearish, and I'm going to stick to it until I'm wrong, and then I'll let you know. And that might be tomorrow. All right, here's where we are. Get back here. There's the cash. Now, the cash S&P should have hit 575.40. Now, I haven't seen that today, so let's look today to see how close the old stop and P made it to 75.40. I have not looked at it because I've been quite busy. It's quite late here in Europe, and let me give you a second here. By the way, hold on one second. Let me get this up here. Okay. By the way, I'm over here working with some folks that known me for a while, but I've just, let me get this up here. Where is it? SPY. Come on, Larry. Starts with an S, ends with a P, ends in a Y. Here we go. There it is. Now we want to put the daily up, and we're looking at 75.45. See if that's any jive. Whoa, my goodness. Shut the front door and raise the rent. What does it say here on this machine? It's going to say that the high today is, let's get this in there, right there. Get that out of the way. We were looking for 75.45, and the high today has been, drum roll please, 76.41. So it went above it. It's trading at it right now. And here's where we are. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days up. Exactly like 1929, I might say. And if we did a little bit of ABC pattern stuff, we'll take a look at it. There's AB equals CD. It would be right about that same area. We're in the area, so pay attention here, folks. The day it closes lower, that's the day I'd make my play. And I don't care what you think about this. Long term, when you have a market that breaks this much, and this is all it can do, not very good. Anyway, we did make that 75.40 level in the cash, which is, I think, pretty important because we had that focused in the newsletter that we'd get up to that. Thought it would be April, it says April 21st. Are you kidding me, Larry? It was April 1st. Shut the front door and raise the rent. April 1st. But this whole week has got so much in it with especially starting tomorrow and then going into the 28th, which is the day I have the live trading I could not ask for a better day to do trading than a day where you've got all that stuff going, because that's a culmination of all the stuff that I work with. I mean, all the numbers, all the time, everything coming together. So we'll see. Anyway, this is what we were watching here. So this is the end of the game. I think it's today, tomorrow, but the real trigger will probably be that solar eclipse on the on Friday. Whether that's right or not. Okay, let me get back up here. And let's get to the hog market. Someone asked me about the hogs yesterday, so we're going to do that right now. The hogs made a big top yesterday. Whether it's going to be a big top or not, it's going to be checked out right here. These patterns are all the same. Hogs is a huge market, folks. It trades bigger than cattle, mainly because China is such a big importer of pork, and because they don't do much beef. Most of their beef comes from Australia, which is just a shade tougher than shoe leather. Hold on, let me get this up here. All right, now I got to get to the daily. Okay, let's see if the hogs are still going up. I don't think so today, but let's take a look. Okay, here's April hogs, refresh. Why are they not refreshing? Oh, come on. Well, it looks like I got a data problem here with the hogs, so move this. Oh, man, this is no good. Well, hopefully Mr. Winsky will be able to salvage my show here today, but that was what I wanted to show you, is whether it was going to be doing that or not, and I'm really not sure whether it does. Let's stick with the Dow here, okay, folks? The S&P is pretty wild for most people. The NASDAQ is most wild for everybody. But if you're going to look at this, you see we have to close lower today in the Dow Jones. Okay, now the close yesterday in the Dow Jones was 42838. Okay, we are now trading at 42859. So if we close below 428, let's write it again here, 42838. All right, I'm going to put this in here right now. 42838. Okay, that's where it closed yesterday. All right, now if you close below that, and we've got a long time before the close, another 3.5 hours, we close below that, that's going to be my trigger to be short with a stop above here, which is, let me put that up here. You can see the risk involved. That'll be 43022. That's been the high so far today. So your risk on that is going to be about 100 and let's call it 2 points, okay, which is $1,000. But it does not trigger until we close below 4238. You got to wait till the close, because you could come all the way down here and it goes back up. But if it closes down in here, then that's where you want to be short. As long as it closes below 42838, that's going to be your trigger, because that was a close right here. Below that, it says, okay, game on. And that's all I can tell you. That's what happened years ago. I know there's a couple people looking at that stuff, but, you know, most of them are in the padded cell area of a hotel that I'm staying at. It's not a hotel, folks. It's a service apartment. Let's get out of here and move on to the next one here. We got another goodbye coming up, folks. Remember, a friendly hello and a goodbye. Those of you that lived in California during the 60s, 70s, and 80s, remember Cal Irvington with his dog Spot. It's a friendly hello and a goodbye. Let's get this up here. This is wheat, and we are making a low in wheat. and it keeps going lower and lower and lower. What we want to do now is to get ready to buy wheat. And let me tell you, wheat is one of the most exotic of all wheat and corn, those of course, but if you went back to Andrew Lowe in his book, The Evolution of Technical Analysis, he gives credit to the first 50 pages of that book that the first technicians were the astrologers, and we're going to take a look at it right now. There is the lunar cycle. There's the cycle we're going to look at. So all we're going to do now is to come up and switch over to moon phases. We're going to put on the moon phase page, and we're going to just get rid of this. We'll leave that there. It's not going to bother us, okay? What we want to do now is when we come in, here's where we are. This is Friday, okay? This is a full moon, it's a new moon. Here's a full moon, you see, a day off a high. Here's your full moon right here, okay? Now, look, here's your full moon right here. It didn't do anything, okay? Look at your full moon right here. It was right on the low. Here's a full moon, new moon, one off the low. Here's one off the high. And here's where we're coming in right here. This is big time. What you'd like to do is see it take out this low,
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, without further ado, we have our good guest today, not JP Morgan, it is Norm Winsky of Astro Trends. Norm, you have the show, so take off, my friend.
Thank you very much, Larry. Thanks for having me on your show. I'd previously asked to come on your show on, I think, the 13th of March. There was a scheduling problem, so we didn't get that done. But I went ahead and made the forecast and did a video. So if anybody would like to see the video and prove that what I'm going to review now, I forecasted back then, please feel free to contact me. I'll send you the video link on YouTube. Okay, so the night of the 13th of March, we had a lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo. And a lunar eclipse is just a special kind of full moon when the Earth, the moon, and the sun all line up so that the Earth gets in the way. The light to the moon comes from the sun. The moon has no light of its own. So the Earth blocks that, and so therefore what should be a full moon, when you look at this at the moon, it gets blackened out for maybe an hour or two, and that's your lunar eclipse. And then the new moon, full moon are moving through the different sizes of zodiac each month. And so the lunar eclipse we had on the night of the 13th was in the sign of Virgo. Anytime we have a full moon, new moon, which includes eclipses, we look at financials, grains, precious metals, oil, and they were emphasizing soybeans because Virgo is soybeans. Then the night of the 14th, that was a weekend, I believe. Yep, that's the weekend. You had Saturn to the U.S. natal chart. That's based on where the planets were on when our country was founded on July the 4th, 1776. So Saturn was lining up with the Neptune from the 4th of July, 1776. Anytime we have that sort of thing, stocks, we look at stocks, T-bonds, U.S. dollar, and because it's Neptune, we also include oil. Neptune is oil. And then also that weekend, we had Mercury in the sign of Aries turning retrograde. I'm sure most people have heard about Mercury retrograde, and there you go. Anytime we have a Mercury cycle, we'll look at corn, soybeans, wheat. So here are the charts now. Our first chart is corn. Corn was in a narrow, kind of sideways, choppy range there during our two windows of the moon and Mercury. And so that's a pass. We don't do anything there. It's, I think, a maximum 6 cent range there. You can't do much with a 6 cents range. We need to see the market go up, 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 or down, down, down. The bigger the volatility, the better. Here's soybeans. Soybeans were a little better. They were choppy, whippy here into the moon, but then they rallied up into Mercury retrograde, and that's a classic setup to sell. And there you see you had a chance to make some nice money there on the beans going top in there. We look to do these 80-90% of these are overnight. We look to do a trade if it sets up correctly on the next day's opening. And if you sold there on the beans, I think you'd be pretty happy. There you go. Wheat was both of the windows worked. There's the lunar eclipse. You made a little bit of a short-term high there, pulled down into Mercury retrograde, and then a nice pop-up. I think this one here was worth about 15 cents, which is in real money about $750 per contract. Here's oil, pulled down into the moon, and then popped up for a high here. We did go a little bit against shear next day, and then had a big, pretty good pull back there for about, how much money, $67.50, down to about a buck and a half or so. And so that is, if you've ever traded oil, you know that's $1,500. Here's silver, making a top there right on the lunar eclipse, and then pulled down for, I think that was about at least a half a buck. Let's see, that was 30 to see down to, that looks like maybe almost $1 there. And if you're trading the big silver, every dollar is $5,000 in real money, or it's 1/10 of that if you're doing the mini. Here's gold. Gold was not friendly, and so look at that. A red arrow means we had a miss. Actually, if you sold there, you probably wouldn't have lost any money, but you probably didn't make any money either. But I marked it as a miss anyway, and there you go. The S&P was really good, as you probably all know. We made a low just a couple hours ahead of the lunar eclipse over here near the afternoon of the 13th. And if you bought on the next day opening and hang on, then you did really well. And then we made a top here on Monday morning, the 17th, with the Mercury turning retrograde, also our U.S. point for over the weekend. So that was good. Here, excuse me. Then we have T-bonds. They topped out right on the made a nice high, short-term high there on the lunar eclipse, pulled down into our U.S. point there, right there, and then back up. And so it was pretty good. Here's, wait till you see the currencies. I think we hit like 4 out of 5 or something on the currencies. Here's the dollar making a little short-term top there, and then down, down, down for 3 days. Here's the Aussie dollar making a low there, and then a big up. A big reversal there right on the lunar eclipse. British pound just going sideways, so that's a pass. Here's the Canadian dollar pulling down in the lunar eclipse, and then a big up, big reversal to the upside. The euro made a low there on the lunar eclipse and then rallied. And here's the Japanese yen. You could have sold there. You had it up. Then the high the day before, so you had a high, and then you had a very nice down movement there. So adding up the green arrows and the red arrows, looks like I got lucky. 16 winners, 1 miss out of 17 for 94.12%. Don't expect me to do that anytime again in the near future. That was exceptional. And here's what's coming up in the future. How are we doing on the commercial there, Larry?
We've got it's going to be coming up pretty soon, but they're going to give you a little heads up here. You've got another minute and 30 seconds. You've got a minute and 30 seconds plus what's standing.
So well, we'll get started on the future here, Larry. So today's the 25th. Tomorrow night is the 26th. I got a cycle with Neptune, and so that's oil. And because the moon is a cycle of the moon is involved. Also, we're going to look at silver, oil and silver. That would be the morning of the 27th. The event is actually overnight of the 26th to the 27th. The afternoon of the 27th, we have Saturn to the U.S. chart, stocks, T-bonds, U.S. dollar, and oil. And by the way, if anybody would like any help with any of these technical terms or anything, contact me. We'll have a chat, and I'll give you a free class explaining this stuff. And also, once I explain everything, you will realize, and I promise, that nothing I'm doing here is over a 5th grade level. It's all really very simple. I take complex stuff and make it simple. Here we go, the night of the 27th. There we go.
Hold it. Now we got to pay some bills, Norm, so stay with us, folks. Norm Winski, Astro Trends. We'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, we're back with Norm Winsky of Astro Trends. Please continue, Norm.
Thank you, Larry. So then on the night of the 27th, see 27 AC. AC stands for after the close. Mercury will be perigee. Mercury is the closest point in its cycle. Anytime we have a Mercury cycle, we want to look at corn, soybeans, wheat. And here's the big kahuna you were talking about earlier there, Larry. Over the weekend of the 28th, we're going to have the solar eclipse. But wait, Larry, it's not just any solar eclipse. This solar eclipse is going to be also at perigee. So this doesn't line up. I think it's, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years or something is when they all line up. You got the special solar eclipse is a special kind of new moon. So we have that. We have the solar eclipse, and it's going to be perigee, means closest to the Earth, and in the sign of Aries. So you got 3 lunar cycles all lining up, converging on, it's actually going to occur on Saturday, the 29th, I believe. And so there you go. Over that weekend, could be a big change of trend. Look for a big turn possibly on Monday morning. That'll be the 31st. And so we'll be looking at financials, grains, precious metal, and oil. And then also that weekend, talk about big stuff, Larry. Neptune, it takes Neptune 167 years to make a complete cycle around the sun, and it stays in each zodiac sign on average every 14 years. So it's 167 years. You might remember the last one, huh, Larry?
Yeah, I did. I was 4 years old.
Okay, there you go. Anyway, so here's the deal. Neptune has been in this. It's every planet has what's called it rules a sign. Neptune is at home in Pisces. That's where it's been for the past 14 years. But it's going to leave home now and go next door to Aries. It's changing signs for the first time in about 14 years. So that's a big deal. And short term, we're going to be looking at coffee, corn, gold, oil, silver, sugar, and wheat. But it also has much longer term ramifications, which we don't know about yet. If you give me a call, I'll tell you what I think the effect was on when Neptune was in Pisces for the past 14 years. But that would take too long here to do that on your show today, Larry. So anyway, that's what I have for today. We got some really huge stuff coming up here over the next several days, especially over the coming weekend. And I've been doing this a while. I'm coming up to my 50th anniversary when I landed on the Chicago Board Options Exchange there in May of 1975. So this says 45, but I'm going to update this in May, and then it'll be 50. So anyway, and plus I was trading in college at good old Indiana State there in your hometown there at Terre Haute before that. And that's how I made some of the money to buy a membership on the CBOE. Also traded on the Chicago Board of Trade and studied all these different methodologies, GAN, Elliott wave, astrophysics, astrology, music, so forth. But don't worry, I reduced everything to grade school because I was not an A student, and so I like simple. There you go. Mr. Einstein said that simplicity is genius. So please give me a call. Looking forward to helping some of the folks. I'll give you a free class, answer your questions. Here's my phone number. What's that, Larry?
We're going to give you another 5 minutes to tell us more about why you can't tell us what's going to take too long. I'd like to hear that myself.
Oh, you mean the Neptune and Pisces thing?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll go into that if you want.
Yes,
all right,
please.
So I think Pisces and Neptune, the planet and the sign have similar themes, you might say. And one of the themes of Pisces and Neptune is no limits, no bound, it's boundless, And one of the themes I think we've had over the past 14 years, unfortunately, in my opinion, is a lack of boundaries. I don't want to get political, but you can imagine what that might mean where, we have a problem with defining our border and things like that, and people's gender identification, and you can kind of be anything. It's Neptune and Pisces has to do with imagination, dream world, fantasy, and we've had, in my opinion, an overdose of that here in the last 14 years. I hope we're going to get down to some reality here when Neptune goes into Aries. Did that kind of answer the question there, Larry?
That's close enough, my friend. Listen, I want to thank you for joining us. We'll have you on again in a couple of weeks. If you see something good, let me know. But these are all important things to look at. So the key dates here are the solar eclipse coming in on Friday. That's the big one.
Can I give my contact information, please, Larry?
No. Okay, of course. This one time you can have the contact information up. So please continue.
Okay, so I'm in beautiful Naples, Florida. You can call me at 239-594-3939. That's 239-594-3939. And I just got a revelation here now. I just remembered that the first 5 people who call me can get the March letter for free. And if you mention Larry, you can get the double your money back guarantee, right? So there we go. And then we got Skype is going to be going bye-bye in May, but for now, you can contact me at my email address punch that into Skype, nwinski@yahoo.com, or you can send me an email and we'll set up a chat. And looking forward to helping some of the folks there, Larry. Everybody have a great week, a great day, and a great week. And by the way, Larry, I agree with you. I'm looking for some kind of short-term high here today. And if we don't take out this morning's highs, that should roll over and go down at least for a day or two.
Okay, Norm, thank you very much. Okay, folks, Norm Linsky giving us his 2 cents worth. Now, give me a second here, and I'll try to get these charts back up here, and we'll see where we stand. Remember, folks, what we're looking for is the Dow Jones. I'm doing that because the margin's a lot less, and it's a lot less crazy than the NASDAQ. But it has to close below 42830. That was a low early this morning, about 2.5 hours ago, so it makes new lows. Close lower, that could be the beginning of what I'm looking for. And what I'm looking for is not a floor. I'm just looking for more, as Edgar Allan Poe would say. Just for kicks and giggles, let me get this up here. I want to show you something that just happened in the NASDAQ that may or may not be anything. So hold on one second. It just take me, I got to figure out which one of these buttons to hit. I think that's the right one. And then I come up here and I hit this and I hit that. And now I want to show you what I'm looking at here. We'll come over here. We're going to look at the NASDAQ here. We're going to change this time frame here to a long-term 3-month chart. Folks, if you think that's a 3-month chart, you're wrong. But we had this run up here. And now, if you'll notice here, what we've done here is we've only been able to bounce back to the 382. Fact is, we haven't even made the 382. You can see here the high was made way back there. Then we had the A, B, C, D to the downside. There's A, B, C, D to the downside. It's got to start hitting this very quickly. Look below us here. You see the Dow Jones, how it's starting to give up here? This could be the sign that there's something not right in Denmark, but we'll see. The key to this, folks, is we'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
This trade ain't going to take much brains, folks, to put on. The question is he going to have the chutzpah to do it? Here was his fib number right here, 57540. The high was 57610. Now we're trading a point below it right now. Okay, now the close yesterday in the S&P, it closed at 57408. So we're going to put that in here right now. This is the one you want to be watching. It's 574.08. All right. Okay, we are setting at 57434 right now. Now, if we close below 57408, that triggers the sequence that we were looking for. All right, that's all I know. And I'm going to show it to you one more time, because if it works, it's going to be maybe the best thing I ever showed you, other than the bottom of the stock market in 2009 when we made that big bottom. But we are going to be right here. We're going to be right there today is where we're going to be. And what you're looking for is that lower close. That would be today. And your stop would be above the high. That's all I can tell you. It's lined up perfectly. We took out the lows, made the rally here. This was 8 days. Okay. Right now we're in the 9th day. Pretty close. NASDAQ's actually a little bit more, but they didn't have the NASDAQ back in 1929. They didn't have it until the 1970s. Okay. So that's what I'm looking at. So I want you to keep Keep your eye on the ball and don't go short until you close below 574.08. And then you put your stop above today's high. That today's high and the stop in P would be, drum roll please, drum roll, it would be 1528. Yeah, is that it? I think it is, isn't it? No, it's higher than that. It's at 5837, okay? So we'll catch you on the flip side tomorrow, so may God bless.